Hello everyone and welcome back to Reigel Promotions Esports Night in America. Now for the UMP Modifieds. Starting on the pole of heat race number 1 will be Sean Kurtel. Michael Whitlock will go from second. Third, Chase Masco. Fourth, Mason Henney. Fifth, Matthew Hobbs. Sixth, Jared Mogar. And seventh, Fred Hoffman. There's 7 cars starting field. All cars will transfer through 8 laps of distance here in heat race number 1. I believe we have about 14 or 15 cars. We got 2 heat races though. But drivers can fire, leader fires first. Once they reach the middle of 3 and 4, and they have any point after that, you can go. So 25/96 of Sean Kurtel fires there as the green flag is out in heat race number 1. Guaranteed to have another new UMP Modified winner tonight, as Connor New, who has picked up 2 of the wins, and I believe Evan C. They are both not here in competition, so guaranteed a new UMP Modified winner. Sean Kurtel still leads the way, but Evan Maska nearly had him there at the line. He gets sideways, almost gets collected there by the Mason Henney in the 45. That makes them check up. They lose wholesale positions. As Michael Whitlock gets a big push and moves up the racetrack, falls back to your 6th spot. Three laps to go right here at the line. Fred Hoffman, heck of a run though, from 7th up to 2nd in this heat race. He will now have the lead out of turn 4 at the white flag. Will Kurtel be able to come back at him on the top side? Fred has that bottom cooking at the moment as they make some contact into 3. Fred will slide up, but he will have the win. 7th to 1st for Fred Hoffman. Fred Hoffman takes the win by 89 hundredths of a second in heat race number 1. Sean Kurtel finishes 2nd. Chase Masco 3rd. 4th, Mason Henney. 5th, Michael Whitlock. 6th, Jared Mogar. And 7th, Matthew Hobbs. Now your 2nd and final heat race for the UMP Modifieds. Greg Robinson to go from pole in car number 23. Jimbo Rooney goes 2nd from 54. 3rd will be Jordan Navarro. 4th, Jonathan Snyder. 5th, RPES legend Robert Puckett. 6th, Orville Combs. And 7th, if they make the call, will be Tim Henderson. Oh, well, Tim said that Tim said that he needs the EOL anyway, and he'll start at the back, so kind of works out for him. But it's going to be 8 laps, and all cars will transfer into tonight's main event. 21 of Greg Robinson fires off and leads the field into turn 1. Jimbo Rooney into the fence there, out at turn 2, will fall back to 4th. I know the car numbers on the graphics are a little bit confusing, but we'll try to go by what they say on the car on the racetrack. As Greg Robinson is now falling back to the 3rd spot. Jordan Navarro in, let's call it the 21V, is leading the field over 54. Now Jonathan Snyder will slide up into the race lead. Put Navarro back at him. Will lead at the stripe. 3rd, 𝐒𝐦𝐿𝐴 is now into the 3rd spot. So we have our first yellow of the night.
Wasn't trying to pinch you up there, buddy. Sorry. Huh?
I believe Greg
I wasn't
Robinson
trying to pinch you up on the wall. That's my bad.
Greg Robinson looks
good,
like he
buddy.
just lost it. He came on the racetrack and got a little squirrely. And that spinning, and the other car was coming through. And that's sort of what made that caution come out. You see 2 cars. It's like Tim Henderson and also Greg Robinson, both coming down the pit lane to get their fast repair. Meanwhile, up front though, 54 of Jonathan Snyder with the race lead over the 21 of Jordan Navarro. 𝐒𝐿𝐴 in the Flow Racing number 2 car. Jimbo Rooney in the 27. Robert Puckett currently sits in the 5th spot, car number 30. And 6th, after being involved in the incident, is Greg Robinson. And 7th in the 81 is Tim Henderson. As they will get the green flag once again here in turn number 3 and 4. Snyder over Jordan Navarro, who is now trying to hold off 𝐒𝐿𝐴 and Jimbo Rooney. Right now, third line is the inside as 𝐒𝐿𝐴 gets into the inside wall around turn 2. Will that open the door for the 27? Rooney will now work the middle line, see if he can get around him here on the final lap of this heat race. As they come through 3 and 4 for the final time. Jonathan Snyder will pick up the win over Jordan Navarro, and 𝐒𝐿𝐴 just barely edges out Jimbo Rooney at the line. 5th is the 30 of Robert Puckett, 6th Greg Robinson, and 7th Tim Henderson. Let's now head into our Night Owl Racing League warm-up session. We'll run quite a bit of that before we move in to tonight's main event. Probably run about 3 minutes. That way we can see if we can get the top side works back in to offer 2 good lanes for tonight's racing. Next up will be the fourth and final race of the night. With the Pro Late Models right here at Eldora. They'll run 40 laps. I said that'll be our fourth and final race for RPES Night in America. Next up, we're 30-lap main event for the UMP Modifieds. Oh, we got a car around in 3 and 4 right in front of Mason Henning. But next Tuesday night will be the Dirt Late Model Stream, which will be free entry. Make sure to join the Reigel Promotions Esports Discord to find out how to sign up for that race. Pro Late Models fixed setup 75 lap feature right here at Eldora. And tomorrow night, another free entry event will be live on Pit Stop TV. It'll be the Heartland 200 at the Kansas Speedway with the NASCAR Xfinity cars. Session will open at 7 p.m. Eastern, and qualifying will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then coming up, the big one here in a few weeks will be the 305 Nationals at the Houston Speedway. Kickoff show will be Sunday, June 8th, and then Monday night will be at night. Will be the first qualifying night. Is the field will be split in half. We got 40 cars entered right now, so if we would stay at 40, for example, the first 20 will run on Monday night, and the second 20 will run on Tuesday. And then we'll do a series of B mains and the championship 40 lap feature on Wednesday, June 11th, which will be for the big custom trophy. All right, it is time for your starting lineup for tonight's 30-lap main event for the UMP Modifieds. Fred Hoffman will start on pole, alongside Jonathan Snyder. Sean Crotell will start in the third spot. Fourth, Jordan Navarro. Fifth, Chase Masco. Sixth, Orville Combs. Seventh, Mason Henny. 18th, Jimbo Rooney. Ninth, Michael Whitlock. 10th, Robert Puckett. 11th, Jared Mogar. 12th, Greg Robinson. 13th, Matthew Hobbs. And 14th, Tim Henderson. No EOL needed for him. Fred Hoffman is another one of these guys. He has a lot of starts with the Reigel Promotions Esports League, but has never been able to pick up that win. He's came very close quite a few times, but has just never been able to do it to this point. Will tonight finally be the night he parks it in victory lane? The only two drivers in the field that have picked up a victory with RPES is Jimbo Rooney and Jordan Navarro, who both picked up wins this year as well in the 305 Sprint Car Series, as Jimbo Rooney currently leads the points and Jordan Navarro is in the top 5. Fred Hoffman will lead him to the green flag out of turn number 4. 30 laps. We are green. Fred Hoffman leads the way as the fireworks go off on the backstretch. Ron Slater, car 54, is able to go back around the 25 into the second spot. Still see the bottom half of the speedway is where you want to be. But will we see the top side come in later on in the event? As Jimbo Rooney nearly runs over the 21, but no contact. Move Jimbo Rooney into the top 5 though. Fred Hoffman still leading the way. Now Jonathan Slater under fire from the 25 of Sean Cortell. Now they head to the top side of Eldora Speedway. Jimbo Rooney has now worked his way into the 4th spot, making some moves early for car number 27. Say Hoffman is definitely not pulling away from the 54 of Slater. Slater standing right there with him. We are now 5 laps into this one. Still 25 to go. Trying to see if there's anything else going around the field. Tim Henderson gets into the wall there. A little squirrely, but he's still going. Back up front though, still Fred Hoffman, but that top side is rolling there with the 54. We'll see if they can get it to come in all the way around the track. It's not 𝐒𝐻𝐿 𝐶𝐭, so we saw hitting the inside wall early on. Has now moved to the top as well. Top 5 are running nearly the same lines, just keep flip-flopping back and forth. It's going to be 10 in at the line. Rooney tries to squeeze himself around the 25, and he will do so out of turn number 2. Will he be able to hold it? 25 in, really close to the line, but Rooney, I believe, has the 3rd spot there at the start-finish line. So now Hoffman and Slater have slowly pulled themselves away from the battle for 3rd. So Rooney has taken the sole possession of the 3rd spot over Sean in 4th, and 5th is 𝐒𝐻𝐿 𝐶𝐭. Back in the 6th spot is Jordan Navarro. 7th, Jared Bogar. 8th, Michael Whitlock. 9th, Chase Masco. And 10th, Mason Henney. Now you see Cortell and Combs are definitely not letting that 27 get away from him. As Combs has now worked his way past the 25 car, and will he be able to get back by the 27 as well? I'll tell you what, these UMP Modifieds are putting on a show around Eldora Speedway. You can see up front, Snyder is still within 3/10 of your race leader, Fred Hoffman. Just under halfway to go in this one now. It's lap traffic there of Robert Puckett running right in the line of 𝐒𝐻𝐿 𝐶𝐭. He's able to slide up and he will take the line away from the 25. Lose a little bit of momentum on your 3rd place driver, Jimbo Rooney, though. So it gives 25 definitely some advantage there, but 2 is able to pull back into sole possession of the 4th spot. We're getting really close for your race lead now. Jonathan Snyder nearly had the bottom there working, but the momentum of the middle line is just a little bit too much to be able to make it around. I feel like you're going to have to go around him. It's going to be tough to make a move work on the bottom to be able to have enough speed come off the corner. Now Combs has worked back to pass Jimbo Rooney as Rooney and 𝐀𝐒 make some contact. Coming out of turn 2. No harm done. Fred Hoff has now got about a half a second gap over car number 54. Meanwhile, Jared Mokar has now made it past Jordan Navarro and slowly reeling in the top 5 as we get our, what I believe is the first or second yellow of this feature event. It's like Michael Whitlock and Mason Henney, and also Robert Puckett may have been involved. Oh, looks like Puckett gets into the wall in turn number 1. And Henney and Whitlock just had nowhere to go. Yeah, it looks like when it kind of go back, I feel like Puckett may have had some front end damage. It looked like the car just did not want to turn when he went into that corner. You see, the car just kind of locks up on him a little bit going a corner. Wonder if he had front end damage, maybe. Nonetheless, tough luck there for Whitlock and Henney. But still, Fred Hoffman has led every lap of this one to this point. So it'll be 8 laps to go when they get to the line. We'll be single file the rest of the way though. As when we're under 10 laps to go, iRacing does make it automatically 1 to go. So all the cars a lap down are currently at the pit area, as we will come back to it right here. 8 laps to go. Will Fred Hoffman be able to hold on? Good jump there. Combs, heck of a run. He will now go for a slider attempt in turn number 3 and 4. He thinks better of sliding up all the way though, as he does. Takes that second spot away. As Snyder's going to come back at him, but he is not able to get back up in front. Move Orville Combs to the second spot as he gets into the fence. That makes Snyder and Rooney have to check up. Everyone keeps it straight. No, but Fred Hoffman has now got about a second gap to your second place car. Will Combs be able to work his way back up to the back bumper of Fred Hoffman? And will we see another yellow in this one? It's Combs, Snyder, Rooney, 𝐀𝐒, Mokar, Chase Masco, Jordan Navarro, Mason Henney, Matthew Hobbs, and Michael Whitlock are your 11 cars still on the speedway to this point. So we get 3 to go here at the line for Fred Hoffman. Still with an 8 to 9 10th gap over Orville Combs in car number 2. Seeing Fred, he has been working that middle line to perfection all race long. He's going to make it 1 more mile, 2 laps around the track, as Combs is now beating the boards down. As he gets into the wall, he loses a little bit of time there though. He was reeling him in a little bit. You see, Jared Bogar has now worked his way to 5th. He's slowly been working his way through the field But it has been all Fred Hoffman tonight in the UMP Modifieds. He wins with RPES. Finishing second will be Orville Combs. Third, Jonathan Snyder. Fourth, Jimbo Rooney. And fifth, Jared Mogar. And full race rundown is sixth, Sean Curtel. They can tell me if I'm actually pronouncing it right or not. I'm giving it my best shot. Seventh, Jordan Navarro. Eighth, Mason Henney. Ninth, Michael Whitlock. 10th, Chase Masco. 11th, Matthew Hobbs. 12th, Robert Puckett. 13th, Tim Henderson. And 14th, Greg Robinson. Congratulations to Fred Hoffman on his first career win with our league. As we said earlier, here shortly, about 8:20 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live with the final race of the night, the Dirt Pro Late Models, right here at Eldora for 40 laps. And tomorrow night, we'll be live with the Heartland 200 at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on Pit Stop TV. So make sure to join our Discord, check out everything we got going on coming up here in the future. Till then, see you in a few moments.